Hey fellow travelers, today we're going to talk about, is it possible to pack carry-on only for a cruise? And the answer is yes, I think. I did it. So I took my own advice. Our last cruise we have done 7 cruises now. So we're not full-time cruisers, but I do have some experience packing. I have packed us as a couple on a cruise. I've packed us with small kids, teenagers. This last cruise, I kind of was the travel agent for 6 adults and our 18-month-old grandson. And I decided to take my own advice and just pack carry-on only and see if it could be done. Because normally any cruise I've ever been on, I take the 50-pound suitcase with all the shoes and all the clothes. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. And it worked. And I actually came home with things I didn't need. So I have everything laid out that I actually used. I took out the things I didn't need. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I took. And we'll talk a little bit about what I did need and what I didn't need, and especially some cool things we found to bring with you and find if you are taking a toddler on a plane or on a ship. And the packing list that I have that I work with, I actually turned it into a PDF. You can find it in the description below if you want to take a look at it. It is the packing list I've used for every cruise that we've ever taken, narrowed down and fine-tuned over the decades. We've been doing cruises since like 2006 or 2007. And I will also talk a little bit about possibly the caveat of why you may not be able to pick carry-on only if it was a longer cruise, but I think you still could. It remains to be seen. I may try it next time. If we go on like a week or 10-day cruise, I may try this again and see, but we're going to see why that might not work. Let's check it out. All right, we've turned the camera around and this is all my stuff plus my super helpful assistant. They won't leave me alone. Okay, so this is my trusty little bag that I always take. You've got shoe bags in here for shoes. We were going into DisneyWorld and this was in February, so I actually brought a cashmere scarf because I knew that we would be going to downtown Disney, which is now Disney Springs, in the evening, and I knew it would be cold, so I took that because it can get down pretty chilly. And we stay at the French Quarter Resort there, which is on the canals, and you take the boats in, and that little boat ride in on the water can get really cool at night. So I took this beautiful scarf. This is my laundry bag. There is always take a garbage bag because you're going to need it in case you're bringing home wet bathing suits. On the end of the cruise, this was a pair of beach flip-flops and a pair of shoes for dinner. I used to wear beautiful heels and high heels all the time, and I have reduced myself to basically beautiful flats. We have this was my carry-on bag for under the seat, Rick Steves travel pillow, 3 tank tops, and 1 long sleeve shirt to go again, on the evenings, anything we needed to do. I actually only wore 1 tank top, if you can believe that. 3 t-shirts, 3 pairs of shorts, and I'm actually wearing my travel outfit, which is this white button down and a pair of tan, very comfortable pants that I found on Kohl's for a cheap deal, and they're just stretchy and wonderful. Bathing suit and a cover up for the beach. I have 2 sundresses. I brought more than this and I didn't need them. And then 3 dresses for the dinners at the rotational dining at the restaurants. Okay, then I always bring a pair of socks just to hang out in the room and the stateroom on the boat. This is earplugs, and I will link to all of these cool things that I use. I will link to them down below in the description. These are little earplugs that are squishy. They don't go in your ear, they just kind of block it, and then I only take a couple and put them in this light thing. Headphones for the plane, charger, of course, for everything. Minimal jewelry as always. So, and if you've never seen one of these, ladies, bra straps. If you want to make a T-back bra out of a regular bra, use that. Minimal little tiny earrings, 1 necklace that kind of goes with everything. I can't remember, I may have brought another necklace, but then we've got toiletries and necessities, toothbrush, toothpaste, my 25-year-old container for Tylenol, Band-Aids always. I found these and I love them on, I think, Amazon for makeup wipes, for just freshening up and taking off makeup at the end of the day. Love those. Very minimal makeup, chapstick, colored chapstick. Hi, yeah, help. Ebook, tiny little travel flat iron, which I always use, and also my trusty crossbody bag. All of these are also on Amazon, so if you like them, you can go check those out. Mini deodorant, my favorite face product. And I don't have a bottle handy, but I always take Airborne and elderberry in a bottle about this big, and a sleep supplement. Nail products, hair products, my trusty little what's that called? The little RFID wallet, and then rubber bands extra, and always, and these go in my shoulder bag, so they're always handy, the wipes and Kleenex, and that is all I bring. So, and I actually packed more than this on the trip, and I brought home too many things. So this is what I came home with, and I wrote down kind of what did I actually use, and this is all I actually used. So we arrived on like a 4:30 flight into Orlando, and then we stayed at the resort a night, and then the next day everybody got up and went out to the parks, and then we all met for dinner at Disney Springs, and then we got on the boat the next morning and went out to the Bahamas for 3 nights and then came back. So this is all I needed for basically 2 nights in Orlando and 3 nights on a cruise. So I'm going to go ahead and get it in the bag, and we'll see how it all fit. So this is what I wear on the trip for travel days. So I have tan stretchy pants that I got at Kohl's, white button down, or I'll wear the white long sleeve if it's cold, and always the blazer because I find planes freezing cold. So, and I always wear black, the little black canvas flat. So that's my travel outfit for the day. So that doesn't go in the bag, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this in the bag, and I will tell you a little bit about the very cool things that we found for our 18-month-old grandson who came with us, and we were sort of, you know, in a fluster trying to figure out how do you do car seat, how do you do stroller, how carry on. We're trying to not check a bunch of big things. So hang on, and I will tell you the awesome items that we found to solve both of those problems. What we were looking for when traveling with our 18-month-old grandson was options for both a stroller and a car seat for on the flights and for on the ground at the parks. And we were having visions of dragging along these full-size giant items, and while also, you know, a toddler. And we found finally, instead of taking a car seat, we found an FAA-approved CARES travel safety harness, which is just sort of a set of straps that work together to create a child safety seat belt that works on airplane seats. It takes up no room in your luggage. It fit in my daughter's purse. It was wonderful. And then for the travel stroller, we found something called the Munchkin Sparrow Ultra Compact Travel Stroller, and oh my goodness, worth every single penny, and not actually even as expensive as some of the others we saw. This opens up easily into a simple, sturdy little stroller, and it folds into its own carry case. Literally fits under your bag like a shoulder bag. It weighs about 13 pounds. Fits under the seat in front of you on the airplane. You don't have to struggle with putting it in the overhead. It was wonderful. Grandpa carried that, and we just popped it out when we need it. So if you're traveling with toddlers, these 2 items are absolute lifesavers for not juggling all the giant things. A couple of other things you definitely don't need to pack when you're packing for cruising. While we're talking about packing, you don't need a big blow dryer. They have one in the staterooms. You don't need soap or lotion or shampoo, conditioner. All of this will be in your stateroom, and they will bring you more if you need it. I always try to limit my liquid and gel products to as few as possible on these trips. I will put them in a Ziploc and put them into like an accessible sort of outer pocket, just in case TSA has us pull them out. But it feels like they haven't been asking us that lately. Let me know in the comments if TSA has stopped all asking you to bring the liquids out. It feels like they're not. But I did find those awesome makeup remover wipes, so those weren't liquid and they fit right in and were easy to travel with. As far as the clothes that I laid out, you can also see that was sort of a nice little capsule wardrobe, and I could have probably gone a lot longer than the 2 resort nights and 3 cruise nights that we spent, because the 3 pairs of bottoms and the 6 tops that I took technically would have given me about 18 outfits if you plan your colors right. So I could have gone longer. You could probably do a 5 to 7 night cruise in a carry-on. The only thing about that is if you want to wear a different dress for all of the different rotational dining nights, that gets a little more complicated with trying to fit extra dresses. But if you don't mind laundering and re-wearing a dress, you could do a longer cruise out of a carry-on. I don't know that I ever will. I guess we'll find out next time. And there it is. So it all fit in these 2 bags, and I actually have room in this bag. I actually took the GoPro that I'm using right now. I took the whole case with the GoPro and the little handheld thing and all that. So it all fit in this that went under my seat. And then this went above the seat, and we travel like that. So very easy to do. So there you have it. It is possible to cruise. We were gone from Wednesday night until Monday late. And this is all I took, and it was plenty of clothes. I had, there's laundry on the ships. I'll do some more cruise videos about how to pack for cruising, what to take, what to leave home, how they work if you've never done it. Love cruising. To me, cruising, like we love going to France and seeing things, history things, but for a just straight up relaxing vacation, cruising, so nice. I mean, all you have to worry about is like what to wear, and you have these beautiful 5-star dinners, and the bed is made and the room is clean when you get back. It's lovely. So we'll talk about that some more in a future video. So I hope this helps you get ready to pack for your next cruise. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.